name is Choye and I'm 16 years old. My own definition of shaman is a helper. We are not meant to help everyone, and we are not meant to left everyone behind. We only help people that we're supposed to help. And we are truly designed to help people that is honesty, good, and we are not designed to help people that have an evil heart. What the process is like to help other people, basically when they came, it depends on what they want us to do too. Sometimes you kind of put a little bit of money on it because that is the culture and that is the thing that came with the rule of their spirits to represent them and to help, like, to encourage them to do it too. But then the most important thing is that when you ask for a shaman to help, then you must bring these things: money, paper, and the jaw sticks for it, because those are really important. It's in Hmong we call it Hlee, and then the paper thing we call it Da. It's called a gun. It's the most important thing or when we start doing shaman, and that is really important. The shaman, once we start in our process and we start going, and there's not supposed to be anybody that's gonna go in front of us, and that also break the spirit's communication, because we could lost our spirits and we could never come back to, so we could be dead. Some stereotype of being shaman helper is that some people don't fully believe that being a shaman can talk to ghosts and can heal people or helps their spirits. For example, Hmong Christians, they don't fully believe in our old or traditional culture because they think that people can't communicate with ghosts. But for us as traditional, we believe that we can communicate and we can heal people and help people by talking to devils or spirits that just came and make people sick or trying to take their spirits out of their body. The way I believe and the way I think it is true. I don't care what people think. I don't care what people say, because I know that what I'm doing is right and what I'm doing is true. Because other people, they don't know me and they don't know anything about being a shaman or being a helper, and they don't know how difficult or how hard it is to believe it at the first place. So it depends on yourself and what you're believing, and it's all came from your heart, not your words from saying. We all gonna expected to do farming and wake up early every morning, and we do go to school too, but then there's gonna be like a limit of time to do our school stuff, then work on like going to farm or work on like chores or sewing clothes. Now they expect us to focus on education more than working. Like, for example, it's just like basically like their exchange farming into education. So for the girls, all we have to do is clean houses, cook, and dishes. For the guy, they could just do heavy stuff like take out the garbage. My parents, they don't usually let us go out at night and come home late too, or like go out every day, even though it's not at night, because they say that it's not good. Because every Hmong parents do that, not just my parents. I think that the laws that the governments have in the United States here just changes the way that my parents view us, which is Thailand. Basically, you can tell your kids and you can hit your kids, or you can do anything to your kids and nobody's saying it, and there's no police. They understand the law or the process of kids or child in the United States, and as a teenager especially, how teenagers act and are like. So they do kind of developing the like communication between their kids, even though they're old. But most commonly, there are a lot of Hmong parents that are still really strict and still doing the like real and the traditional way. Even though my mom, my dad, they are still like traditional, but for us as children, we are in the modern way, so we're kind of like both. Sometimes the way that my parents do stuff in our traditional way, we do agree with it, but sometimes we disagree with it. And sometimes we do things in modern days, my parent does agree with it, so it's in both ways. I will keep my own traditions. Why? Because it's a thing I believe, and I see that it works, and I see that it's not just a thing that people say or make up. And it's really helpful for my families and from other people that I know that have talked to me. And for my experiments, it does really help because I'm a helper too, so it does help, and I'm going to continue keeping my own traditional beliefs. I think my parents are too strict. I wouldn't want to be like a strict parent too, because as a teenager now I already feel that it's really hard to deal with strict family, like parents. And if I still keep the same rule as my parents keep to me and passes me on my kids as when they're a teenager, they're gonna feel the same thing as I felt. Like it's gonna be really difficult to communicate. So I'll try to be more understandable. Even though you go out, you can still go out at night, because if the people you hang out with or the people you go out with didn't do bad thing or didn't plan to do any bad thing, you can still go out. We celebrate the Hmong New Year every year, and what we do is sometimes do a little bit of shaman on it. The purpose of those are to support and to raise your spirits up and to make your spirits happy or yourself happy, and to let all the bad stuff stay away from you and to make the good comes to you. It's a traditional thing that every family has to celebrate, and when you celebrate the Hmong New Year, my family, we gather around and we just eat, and with cousins we call them, and there's a lot of people come over and just hang, basically kind of like sit and talk and relax and have fun and enjoy. Nowadays we celebrate New Year, there's more of women or girls who wear modern clothes than guys are, and people don't really carry on like the real traditional Hmong clothes than like back then. So it just changes. My life would be way different. More freedom. You can go wherever you want to go by walking. You have to pay phone bills, house bills, anything. Although you gotta work hard farming, but you don't worry about anything like paying bills to governments or doing anything that with money. You just, even though you don't have money, you have a farm that's enough for you. You already feel happy if you have a farm and you have everything, because basically everything you can eat, it's in the garden. So you just get out there and go look for it, unlike you gotta buy from the store. And in the United States, it's really cold. You can't really walk. You have everything like the stove or just electricity, and if we don't have microwave and we don't have the fire, we don't have the thing to plug in the wires, the electric wires on it. So it's gonna be a difficult life, but compared that life to United States, it's gonna be a happy life. The most important thing is ทำดีแล้วได้ดีทำแล้วแล้วได้แล้วอโหสิการให้การไม่ว่าเขาจะเลวหรือเขาจะร้ายต้องอโหสิการให้ So meaning is that if you're a good person and you do good thing, in the future you will see the good thing you have done, and if you do bad thing in the future you will get the bad thing back. And ahosika means forgiveness. Forgive people, no matter who they are, no matter what they do to you, just forgive them, because once you forgive them, it'll make you feel better. That applies to my life because right now I'm a shaman, and I have to be really strict and I have to be really careful about not missing any steps in process of helping human beings or helping peoples. If I make or I missed a little mistake in a part of that, then it's gonna get worse, and I'm not doing the correct or the right way of communication with the spirits, or doing what people are expecting me to do. A lot of people judge me, and a lot of people, I have been told from a lot of people that you're 16 years old, you're so young. I mean, like, how did you be a shaman? Do you feel ashamed of yourself? And I was like, no, why would I be ashamed of myself? It's a good thing that I'm being a helper, because some people, they want to be a helper but they can't be, and they still upset about themselves. How come they can't be a helper? And now it's a natural thing. It's not that I wanted to be, I'm the chosen one, so it means that I'm not a bad person. So why should I not be happy? And 16 years old, it is young, but once we are shamans, we are more mature than old people are, and we know more stuff than old people knows. And there's a lot of people that look up to us, even though we're young, but a lot of people put their hopes on us. And like me, my families, or my cousins, or people that came and talked to me, they always told me that I'm their hope. I'm the one that's gonna make things better. I just feel special. I'm not ashamed of myself, or I'm not ashamed that I'm a teenager and I'm already started as shaman, which is like usually old people do it, but it's not for old people, it's for everybody. Doesn't matter what age you are. I would like to say thank you for my family to support me a lot and always be there for me and help me. And also, I'm so happy, I'm so proud of doing this interview to tell about my life experience about being a shaman, and thank you for your times.
Buddham Sharanam Gacchami Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami Sangham Sharanam Gacchami พระอานนท์ออกมาข้างนอกแล้วยืนแอบสะอื้นกล้ำกลืนทุกโทมทวี องค์พระมุนินจะสิ้นแล้วแต่เรานี่อาสวามีสิ้นไปองค์พระบรมครูจะทอดทิ้งเราให้อยู่อย่างเดียวดายนับแต่วันพรุ่งนี้ไม่มีได้รับใช้องค์พระภา